Have you ever scrolled through a website and felt like you were on an adventure? You scroll down and a character starts walking, the scenery changes, a story unfolds right before your eyes. This magical experience is called scrollytelling. It's a powerful web design technique that turns a simple scroll into an interactive journey. So what exactly is scrollytelling? Imagine reading a storybook, but instead of turning pages, you control the pace by scrolling your mouse. The animations, text, and graphics all move and transform in sync with your scroll. This isn't just about making things look pretty. It's about creating an immersive narrative that pulls the user in and keeps them engaged. Think about it. Instead of static images and blocks of text, you get a dynamic cinematic experience that makes information so much more memorable and fun to consume. Let's break down why this is such a game changer for web content. First, it's all about control. The user is in the driver's seat. They decide how fast or slow the story progresses. This sense of agency is incredibly satisfying and keeps people on your page longer. They're not just passively consuming content, they're actively participating in it. This active engagement makes the message stick. Whether you're explaining a complex process, showcasing a product's features, or telling your brand's origin story, scrollytelling makes it an experience, not just a lecture. The second big win is emotional connection. Stories are how we connect as humans. Scrollytelling takes a digital interface and infuses it with narrative power. A character walking through different stages of a product's development, a visual timeline of a company's history, or even an abstract journey through data, all these can create a powerful emotional resonance. When a user feels connected to the story, they feel more connected to the brand or message behind it. It's the difference between reading a spec sheet and watching a movie about how a product came to life. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds complicated to create. And yes, it does require a blend of skills: storytelling, design, and coding. You need a compelling narrative first. What's the beginning, middle, and end? Who are the characters? What's the core message? Once you have your story, you need to storyboard it visually. This means planning out each scene and how it will transition as the user scrolls. Think of it like creating an animated film where each scroll action reveals the next frame. On the technical side, designers and developers use a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Libraries like GSAP, which stands for GreenSock Animation Platform, are incredibly popular for creating these complex scroll-based animations. GSAP's Scroll Trigger plugin, for example, is a powerhouse tool that makes it easier to link animations to the scroll bar's position. It allows you to create effects like pinning elements, changing colors, moving objects along a path, and so much more, all triggered by the user's scroll. Other tools like Scroll Magic and Framer Motion also offer fantastic capabilities for bringing these interactive stories to life. Let's look at some amazing examples. The New York Times and The Pudding are famous for their use of scrollytelling in digital journalism. They take dense, data-heavy topics and transform them into captivating visual narratives that are easy to understand and incredibly engaging. You'll see charts that build themselves as you scroll, maps that zoom and pan to guide you through a story, and illustrations that animate to explain complex concepts. These aren't just articles, they're interactive documentaries. In the commercial world, brands like Apple and Google are masters of this. Visit their product pages and you'll often be taken on a scrollytelling journey. As you scroll, the product rotates, deconstructs to show its inner components, and demonstrates its features in a seamless, fluid motion. It makes you feel like you're holding the product in your hands, exploring it from every angle. This is marketing at its best. It's informative, beautiful, and makes you want the product without feeling like a hard sell. So how can you start incorporating scrollytelling into your own projects? Start small. You don't need to create a full-blown animated movie on your first try. Begin with a simple effect, like having text fade in as it enters the screen, or an image that grows or moves slightly on scroll. Experiment with simple parallax effects, where background and foreground elements move at different speeds to create a sense of depth. As you get more comfortable, you can start building more complex sequences and narratives. The key is to always put the story first. The technology is just the tool. The narrative is what will truly capture your audience. Ask yourself, does this animation serve the story? Does it help clarify the message, or does it just distract? The best scrollytelling is intuitive and enhances the content, rather than overshadowing it. It should feel natural, almost invisible, guiding the user effortlessly through your narrative. In a world saturated with content, scrollytelling offers a way to stand out, to grab attention, and to hold it. It's a creative and effective way to communicate your message, build your brand, and provide real value to your audience. It transforms your website from a static document into a living, breathing world waiting to be explored. So next time you're browsing the web, pay attention to how websites use scrolling. You might just find yourself on an unexpected adventure. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into scrollytelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content on web design and digital creativity. See you in the next one.